script source in my web service over here, right? Standard web bug JavaScript, and now I tell you who they are as a service because it's permanently stored in your cookies. Does that make sense? The internet is web bugged, so even if the browser vendors, Apple and Microsoft fix this issue, unless everybody's prepared to dump their cookies, this is not getting fixed. It's not. We can't really be sure. And now that we have, flash payload, local storage, session storage, and all that kind of good stuff, we really can't be sure. So, yeah. So how do we delete cookies? So, if users need help deleting cookies or whitelisting their cookies, right? You can go into the browser, show cookies. Different browsers have different ways of doing this. You get this whole list of cookies, and you can wipe them, but it's really difficult to make users do this. So that's the user way of deleting your cookies. Let's talk about the hacker way. I figure it might be interesting as a public good to force people to delete their cookies. So browsers have this hard cap, this global cap on the number of cookies that they're able to store across all domains. So I hope I'll get the math right. So this global cap, at least in Firefox, is the maxes are a little different in the browsers there. In Firefox, the max cap is 3,000. You can set 50 cookies per subdomain or per domain. So what you do is you create 60 subdomains, 50 cookies per subdomain, and you hit the global cap. So right when you hit a site, you forced a bunch of requests to a bunch of different host names, like some number, cookiemonster.com, and you land them with 50 cookies, and you reach the global cap really, really quickly within a few seconds. I want to say my latest code is about 2.5 seconds. Let me show you how this works. It's called cookie eviction, and it works in Firefox, Safari, and also, what do we call it, Chrome. So since we've not picked on Chrome yet, sorry for meeting. Good. Show all cookies. Don't have any. Already deleted all of them. We're going to go to a couple of websites. And we're just going to go to the main websites to preload our browser with a whole bunch of cookies. Because that's all we want is cookies. Right? Just major websites. We're also going to log into Facebook. Because Facebook, when you log in, you get a session cookie, right? All right, now we're logged in. Show you the cookies so you can see everything that's in the browser. It was empty before. Now we get a whole ton of stuff that really don't know what does and what tracks. Now I'm going to hit the hacker site. This is more or less live. So count, 1, 2, 3, and that's done. Now if we hit reload, bang, we're now logged out because it pushed all the cookies out of the browser. So notice we've set 3,000 cookies or so, 3,200 actually in Chrome. We've pushed every other cookie out of the system. So we forced, it's kind of like a mass logout button. So any site you go to can force all your cookies out of the system, force you to log out. And there are instances where this is useful during like pen tests and things like that. Robert tells me Robert Hansen, our snake, he tells me during man-in-the-middle attacks, sometimes you want to force the user to delete all their cookies, push all these secure cookies out of the browser, so they have to re-log in without a secure cookie, right? So you just push all those out of the browser.
What about flash cookies?
Flash cookies is not vulnerable to this one that I'm aware of. Different setup altogether. So there are solutions, at least in Fireblocks that I'm aware of, going in. Converting it so you cannot do the same hack using one domain name. You'll need, get to help me here, Dan. How many domains will you need?
Depends on the version of Firefox.
I think 60, so it's a $300 hack. You'll need $300 to pull this off in the future. And I'm told, I'm forgetting the gentleman's name that's working on the cookie security model, but they're going to start doing heuristics to make this that much harder. I think they have some really good ideas, but it's going to take some time to put in and make sure it doesn't break anything.
Yeah, my cookie guy thinks this doesn't work anymore, but I would like to run your demo on stage because he said it was.
Sure. All right, so what can we do? What can you help your family members do? Disable autocomplete at the browser. Maybe that was clear. Remove persistent data from your history, form data, cookies, anything you can tolerate. No script and 1Password do help tremendously if you can tolerate them. If you're a website owner, form autocomplete equals off is a great bit of help for your visitors. You can do that both at the form level and the input level.
Is that a standard tag now, or is it still?
Yeah, pretty much that way.
That works in all browsers that I'm aware of.
It works, but is it standard?
It's being written in HTML5, yes.
But I'm not big on standards, but it's been there for, and it works, has been there for a long, long time.
If you want standards, but you still want to do it, you can use JavaScript to iterate through all your forms, and you just solve this. What's going on there?
So just to loop into, autocomplete is, an interesting attack target.